Hey guys, we're on lesson 8 in Mod 3. So now we're going to be just adding and subtracting fractions to a whole number. So we're going to add or subtract a mixed number fraction to a whole number. Alright, let's look at E first. This is number 1, E. So when I'm adding stuff like this, I always like to set it up vertically. So I would do 9 3/4 plus 8. And I always like to make sure I line up the whole numbers. So 3/4 plus 0 is 3/4. 9 plus 8 is 17. So the answer is simply 17 3/4. Let's look at this G next. It's the same thing. 15 plus 17 2/3, which would be, this is 2/3, 32 2/3. Nothing too crazy about that. Now, when we get to subtraction, it's a little bit harder. There's an extra step in there. Now, in your mind, you should be saying, I can't take 2/3 away from something, so I got to make this into a fraction. So what I'm going to do, and just like in whole numbers, when we subtract, we borrow. So I'm going to borrow from the 17. I'm going to borrow 1 whole. Okay, so 1 whole. I'm going to make this a 16. Now, I'm not going to put a 1 here because it's a fraction. So think about what fraction is equivalent to 1 whole? Well, anytime the numerator and denominator are the same numbers. But in this example, what's our denominator? 3. So this is going to be 3/3. Because again, 3/3 is equal to 1 whole. And that's the one we just borrowed. So now I can do 16 minus 15 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1/3. Okay. Next one down here is 100 minus 20 7/8. Again, I'm going to borrow 1 whole, make that 99. What fraction I just borrowed? I borrowed 8/8. It's whatever the denominator is down here. So that's 1/8, and that is 79. Okay? Let's look at the next problem. Plan to spend 9 hours practicing this piano. By Tuesday, she had spent 2.5 hours practicing. How much longer does she need to practice to reach her goal? Very simple one-step problem. I'm going to do 9 minus. Some of you guys could have done this in your head because you know that 2.5 is 2.5. So, but I'm going to do the fraction stuff just so you can see it. I'm going to borrow 1 from the 9 because I can't subtract it. So I'm going to make this 2/2, and that's 1/2. And that's 6. So how much longer? Linda needs to practice 6.5 hours more. Done. Okay? I think that's it. It is great. Awesome. See ya.